hopefully by now you're getting to grips with some of the Mixolydian blues licks. We're now going to look at playing them in different parts of the fretboard, different positions of the minor pentatonic scale, obviously with the added Mixolydian notes. So here's the first one. Okay, we start from the 12th fret in what would be position 3 of the minor pentatonic scale, and we bend up a tone. We're then going to do this chromatic rundown of 12, 11, 10. We then do a semitone bend on the 8th fret on the E string. That's the flat 3 going to the major 3. We come to 10th on the B, which is a root note, and play 10, 8, 10. That's the first half of the lick. Okay, the second half of the lick, we're going to drop down to the 7th fret on the B, and we do a semitone bend, but we're going to do a bend and release. So we bend it up, just making it sound like the 8th fret there, and bring it back down. We're then going to play 5, 7, 5 on the B string. We then go to 7 on the G, and we finish off, we hit the 5th on the G, which is the flat 3, and we bend up to the 3rd. I'll play the lick all the way through. Okay, for the next lick, we're going to start off in position 4 of the minor pentatonic. Okay, this lick is starting in position 4, but it ends up moving down through 3, 2, and ending in 1. Now, this lick can be used over the change from the 1 chord to the 4 chord. So in the key of A, that would be when it goes from A to D. And the change is when it drops down into this arpeggio here. So I'll take you through from the start. We start from the 15th fret on the B, and we play 15, 14, 15. We then go to 12 on the E, and then with my second finger I come to 13 on the B, and I bend it up a semitone, because that's our minor 3rd. We want to make it a major 3rd. We then come to our A note on the 14th fret G string, and we play 14, 12. Now this is where we would change, so when the chord moves to the D, so we've just done 1 bar on A, and then as it moves to the D, we drop down. And the reason that works is because this note here, it's a 6th when we're in the key of A, but when it goes to D, that's actually a 3rd of D. So it's within the chord of D7. And that's why it sounds good, because we're landing on a tone of the chord. So I'll play the lick through up to where we've got it. So we slide from the 12 down to 11 as the chord changes to the D. We're then going to hammer on to 14. We play 13 on the B, and we go 12, 15, 12 with a hammer on and a pull off on the E string. I then do this little grace note where I kind of start on the 13th and slide it in very, very quickly to the 14th on the E. We then play 15th on the B, We drop down, use the same finger because we're going to start moving through the shapes pretty quickly. And we play 13, 12, 10. I'll play the second half all the way through. We're then going to play 12, 11, 9 on the G. We then slide from the 9th down to 7. And then we move that finger down to the 5th and we do the flat 3 to 3 bend again. And end on the root note of A there. I'll play the second half all the way through. And now I'll play the whole lick all the way through. And back up to speed. Okay, this next lick starts off in position 2, moving into 3, and then back down to 2 and ending in 1. I'll play the lick all the way through. Okay, I'm starting off on the 7th fret on the D string. I'm then going to move that same finger up to the 9th, and I hammer on 9, 10 and 11. Now this lick's played with 16th notes, that's 4 notes per beat, so that's our first 4 of this run. Okay, the next 4 is 9 to 12 on the G, 10 to 13 on the B. We're then going to do a semitone bend of that 13th fret. Okay, and we do a bend and release on that one. So we bend it up on the 13th for a semitone and bring it back down. Play the 10th on the B, 11 on the G. All the way through so far. We then play the 8th fret on the B string. And then we're going to shift our hand down as like a position shift. And we play 7th fret and we bend it up a semitone to the 8th. Bring it back down. 5 on the B. 7 on the G. And then we finish off playing 5 to 6. A hammer on, but it's the 5, which is the flat third, it's just a grace note. It's a real fast hammer on. Onto the major third, and then we just hit this high E string here on the 5th fret, which is an A note. That's our root. I'll play the second half all the way through. I'll play the lick all the way through slowly. And back up to speed. Okay, this last lick is up around position 5, and it features lots of these passing blues notes. It jumps around quite a lot, can be a little bit tricky to get your fingers around to start off with. I'll play it up to speed and then I'll break it down. Okay, we start off on the 15th fret. Now this is coming in on the offbeat of 4, so you'd count 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's when you're in with these first 2 notes. So we go 15, 16. So you'd be landing on the 17th on the B on beat 1. We then go to the 15th on the E, and then we go 17, 16, 15 on the B string. We then come to the 17th on the G, and we're going to slide that up to 18. We then play 17 on the B. We're then going to go 18, 17, 16 on the G. And then we slide our first finger down to the 14th fret on the G. We then come to the D string. We're going to play the 16th and slide into the 17th. We've now got to skip a string to play the 15th on the B. I'll play it all the way through so far. We then come back to the 17th on the D. And we slide down to the 16th and then off to the 14th. I'm then going to play 17 on the A, 15 on the A, but that's our flat 3, so we want to make it a major third and hammer on. And then I skip a string again to play the root note of A on the G string, 14th fret. I'll play it all the way through slowly. Okay guys, have fun with those ones. Always remember to experiment and make them your own, play around with the timing and see what you come up with. I'll see you next time when we're going to look at using these kind of things, playing over the changes of the 12-bar blues.